What's up, everybody? Jack here from HalfChrome, and this is the Engwe M20 2.0. This is the second version of this bike, and it's got some really cool specs. We've got two batteries on this thing, as you can see. We've got hydraulic brakes, we've got a front and a rear suspension, so lots of good stuff on this bike. I'm going to take it for a spin again, and we'll learn a little bit about it. So let's dive a little bit deeper into this Engwe M20 2.0. And I think it's important to understand what's different about this one versus the original. So the frame has some little small differences. They say that it's made of iron instead of aluminum alloy. But the real big difference here is actually the motor, right? So we went from a 48 volt motor to a 52 volt motor. Now it's still 750 watts with a 1200 watt peak. So this is a really pretty gosh darn powerful motor. And on top of that, you get a little bit more torque, right? So we went from 55 Newton meters of torque to 75, which means you're just going to, it's just going to feel a little bit more responsive. Now the batteries are also larger. So we went from 44 miles with one battery, just throttle only, to 63 miles. So you're getting, you can get up to 162 miles, they say, with both batteries if you're running on pedal assist mode 1. Now, with this slightly beefier bike, with this more powerful motor, a little bit heavier, of course, right? So the dual battery bike is just a shade under 100 pounds. So this is not a light bike at all. And because it's a little bit heavier, they've upgraded the brakes, right? So we have now upgraded 180 millimeter hydraulic brakes. So they're both bigger and now they're hydraulic. That's really good on both accounts. Now it also does have a color LED display. So that's another little thing that makes this a nicer version than the original here. Other difference is price. The older version is a little bit cheaper, $950 for the one battery bike, and I believe it's just over $1,000 for the dual battery, $1,150 actually. Whereas the new version, the dual battery is going to cost you $1,300. And just over $1,000 for the single battery package, coming in at $1,100. Here's a little graphic they sent me comparing the M20 to the M20 2.0. The thing that I don't like about the new one is throttle only, limited to 20 miles an hour. Now, I'm sure that somebody's going to figure out a way to hack that, and when you do, leave me a comment down below. I want to know how to do that. Now, I can get up to 28 miles an hour, which is the top speed of the original bike on throttle only. So I have to do pedal assist to get to 28 miles an hour, which is kind of a bummer because I would prefer to just be able to use the throttle to get there. I do like the rear shock on this 2.0. It is absolutely better. The original one was just kind of mushy and it didn't do a whole lot. This one, absolutely better. The lights are new and different as well. There's just little minor tweaks here and there. Overall, I like the look of the M20 2.0. It just looks like a better bike. Plastic fenders so they don't rattle. They just did a lot of really nice things. So let's talk a little bit more about the M20 2.0. I already kind of talked about the 52 volt system, 1200 watt peak power. We've got the hydraulic brakes. We got a 7-speed Shimano gear shifter. We've got the colorful display, the 4-inch fat tires. They do a nice job of absorbing some shock too. And each battery, can give you a little bit over 80 miles of range, right? That is pretty insane when you think about it. But this is a solid bike, whether you're going to take it off-roading, which, I don't know if that's really what it's best for. Sure, we've got dual shock, so yeah, you could take it off-roading, but even just riding around town, which is what I'm going to use it for. Actually, I'm going to give it to my son, and he's going to use it because he really likes the look of it. It's just a comfortable ride, and it's safer, I should say, with those nice bright front headlights, and we have a rear brake light. That's just really nice to have. I think you can't really understate how important
a brake light is. So something to kind of think about. So if you're looking for a moped style e-bike, this is absolutely a solid option. You know, it's $1,300 for their premium model, which is certainly going to be a lot less expensive than some of the other options out there. Now, this thing shipped to me, it was not 100% put together. I had to put it together, you know, standard things, throw the handlebars on, front tire, pedals, and things like that. I would say it took me a little over a half an hour, which is pretty typical. It comes with the tools and the things that you need, but I, of course, use my own tools just because it makes things just a little bit easier. So, yeah, it's a fun bike. It's a good-looking bike. In Engwe, I've had a few Engwe bikes, and in terms of bang for your buck, they're one of the companies out there that delivers a good quality e-bike without breaking the bank, right? You can spend tons, you can buy a better bike, but you're going to spend a whole lot more. So that's just something to think about. No, it's not the premium. It's a standard cadence sensor bike, but they did the little things right, and that's something that Engwe's been doing for a while. I hope this was helpful. If you guys have questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to answer them for you. Good luck, everyone. Happy riding.